Ooh, dang girl. Oh my gosh, she's really showing off today. You might hear even more tweets than usual, and that's because I added some more chickens to my goth chicken army that I have slowly been building since June. I will film an entire video soon about the chickens, but yeah, you're not hallucinating. That's 2 brooders behind me. Okay, is there like a mosh pit going on over here? What is the drama? Do you guys just want to say hi? This is like an Ayam Samani. I have 4 of these and they are all black, even down to their meat. Like, I'm obviously not going to eat these, but if I were to, their meat is black. But anyway, that's not what we are here to talk about today. Today we are going to be talking about Zelda and her cysts. As I mentioned a few videos back, I think a couple months ago actually, when I was releasing the Zelda plushie, I mentioned that she was not looking good and she hadn't been looking good for quite a while. I know she's older, I know she's wild caught, but sometimes when your tarantulas are acting like they're about to die, they're actually just about to molt. They stop eating, they slow down, they just look bad. They just look like rough, like they're bald, their knees are bald. And also what was most concerning about Zelda to me was that she did have a cyst on her abdomen that had developed, I'd say about a year ago. You can see on her abdomen right there on the back, that like clear bump right there is, I'm pretty sure, a cyst. Like I said, it's been there for quite a while and I haven't seen it grow or anything like that. But if you look up Turmy or tarantula cyst, you will get a lot of very depressing posts on arachno boards. However, I didn't realize it was a cyst. Actually, for like a really long time, I just thought she was like thin and it was just misshapen. But then I remembered that for some reason, bird eaters, the Theraphosa genus specifically, are really prone to cysts. And I don't know why there hasn't been too much research on the topic, but if you just go to Google and type in like tarantula cyst, it seems like most of the tarantulas that seem to develop these are Theraphosa species, especially the T. Turmy, which is what Zelda is. Also makes me think of Zilla.
How you guys doing?
Tarantula Kat 1976's old T. Turmy, who unfortunately did pass away from a cyst, and I think he shined a big light on cysts and tarantulas and the hobby. But yeah, they're just not good. I was not letting myself totally flip out about it because cysts can heal after a molt, and that's what I was hoping for. And there were some good things that made me feel like a molt would fix the problem. Now, of course, it totally depends on what is causing the cyst. It can be an internal issue like a tumor, or it can be a blister from like hemolymph or an injury or something of that sort. The injuries and like blister kind of thing is something that would get fixed with a molt. But if it's something internal like a tumor or something like that, then usually that's not good. It usually just grows bigger and bigger over time, and eventually the tarantula succumbs to whatever is causing it. But yeah, it's kind of like 50-50, and there hasn't been a ton of research on cysts. So if your spider develops a cyst on their abdomen, it's not a death sentence, but no, it's not good. And there's certain indicators that can really tell you if it's going to be serious or not. So in my case with Zelda, something that I noticed was that the cyst did develop about a year prior and hadn't really grown at all that I had noticed. I just noticed it one day that her abdomen was a little misshapen, and I thought it was just because she was on the thin side. It is a little bit of a challenge sometimes to keep her plump because of her size. She does require a lot of feeders to get a nice full abdomen, right? So I thought maybe she's just, you know, on the thin side, and so it's a little misshapen. I fed her a mouse, and whenever I would feed her, it would plumpen her up to the point where you didn't even really notice it. So that's why I just thought she was on the thin side. And then when I would start seeing the cyst again, I'd say, oh, it's time to really load her up, you know, give her a mouse or some big hornworms or something of that nature. But anyway, and so a couple months ago when this plushie released, oh my god, I was like, Zelda, I remember I was making jokes about it like as I was filming that video, and I was like, she's trolling me. Like, her plushie's coming out tomorrow. She's totally being a troll and looking as miserable as possible for everyone on YouTube. Of course, like, why are spiders like this? I had a feeling she just needed a good molt. And guess what? Look what we have here. I'm trying not to touch it too much, but oh my goodness, look at this. That is a very very impressive molt. Look at those fangs. Jeez. I don't notice anything weird about her abdomen, but I'm not gonna lie. I am not about to mess with her abdomen hairs because I don't want anything to do with them. Had bad reactions in the past. So we're just gonna set that aside. But yeah, so yesterday I finally fed her hornworms after her molt. It's been about a week or two and she took the hornworm. We're gonna feed her again and I wanna show you guys her abdomen.
And now it's time for a Bowser break.
Hi Bowser, do you wanna do a Bowser break? Do you wanna do a Bowser break in your pond today? Yes or no? Yes? Yes, okay, perfect. So I'm gonna put you in here and I'm gonna make you a mouse today. Is that what you want? Yes. Before I put you in here though, let me feel this water. Well, I guess I'll put you in here anyway, but it is so hot out. Ooh, it's nice and, ooh, it's pretty warm. I don't think we're gonna stay in here long today, buddy. It's really hot today. Look at that fish. Oh, there's so many fishies. Okay, I'm gonna get you a mouse. We're gonna eat the mouse, but I don't think it's gonna be a long day outside today. Oh my goodness. All right, you ready? All right, I'm gonna throw this one. You have to catch. Ready? Oh, I didn't throw it yet. All right, here we go. Ah, you got it. Oh, this is a weird angle to be at, but here she is. It's just easier to do it this way because her tank is so heavy. It's really difficult. All right, so let me show you guys what she looks like. Here she is. All right, here we go. Oh my God. Oh, dang girl. Oh my gosh, she's really showing off today. She's like, I know you got a T blondie, so I have to show off. So I'm not sure how well you guys can tell, but she has gotten her color back, especially in her knees. Now, obviously the T Turmy are not as burgundy and colorful as the T blondies. They're also not as hairy, but they are absolutely beautiful still. Like you can still see those hairs and how red each one is. They're like brown spiders, but they have these beautiful burgundy hairs on them. Just absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, she is looking fantastic. Now you can't tell from this angle, but yesterday I did film her abdomen and you can see that the cyst is completely gone. I don't see any of it at all. So that really makes me think that, you know, this wasn't something internal or malignant that is going to ultimately kill her. It's actually probably just something from an injury or an urticating hair, some kind of blister from a molt, something, you know, more on the benign side. It was something that could be repaired, that she would get over with a molt, and she did. So I'm really relieved and happy about that because Zelda is one of my very special spiders in this collection, obviously. And I hope that if anybody else ends up getting a cyst on their spider, that Zelda can hopefully reassure you that things might be okay. They might just need to molt, but it can be really hard to tell, you know, sometimes if they're in pre-molt, if they're dying, it's really difficult, especially when they get to be so big and old. But let this reassure everyone that a lot of times your spider will be just fine. So that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like this video if you did, subscribe if you're not, and you want to be. Don't forget I have an Instagram to use probably way too much. It's at Tarantula.Kat. You can go follow me there. I also have a website, tarantulakat.com. Go check it out. I will see you guys soon. Let's get into the pet pics.